Okay class, so now we continue to the second one, which is independent and also dependent variable. So basically you need to understand this one first, or you need to know this one first, baru you boleh answer you can answer lah the question or regarding the classification of the DE tadi. Okay, if you don't understand or you didn't know what is a dependent and independent, so that's mean you didn't you cannot or you can't answer that type of question tadi. Okay, sebab you don't know the meaning of independent and also dependent. Okay, so now actually it doesn't have any meaning ataupun maksud tertentu untuk independent. So what I can say here, okay, I will show you in term of equation. Okay, so let's say you have a function or df, differential equation df dx plus 2x equal to sine x. Okay, so basically how many variable that involved here? Okay, variable here is this one, f, and also x. So this is x. So means that the variable that involved here, they have two variable, f and also x. Okay, f and also x. Okay, now okay, means that they have two variable lah, f and x. So now which one is dependent and which one is independent? Okay, like this, f is on the above, right? We call it as a numerator lah. Okay, so f is depend on x. Okay, the variable f is depend on x. So that's mean f is a dependent variable and x automatically is a independent variable. Okay, right? So this is how we identify dependent and also independent, just like that. Okay, okay, I give you one more example. Okay, let's say you have dx dt. Okay, for dx dt minus 3 dy dt plus 2x minus y equal to sine t. Okay, so now write down first, list down first the variable that involved in this question. So you have x, you have t, and then you have y, and then what else? Okay, only these three variable, right? So you have x, t, y. So the rest pun sama lah, t, x, y tu repeat je kan? So means that they have a x, t, y. Okay. Okay, x is a variable of what? Dependent or independent. So you can see that x is is located at the above, right? So means that x is depend on t. So means that x is dependent. Okay, how about y? Okay, how about y? Y also is above side, right? So it means y is depend on t. So y also is a dependent, and automatically you can see that t is on the above on the downside, right? So t is independent. Okay, so yeah, so this is how we identify the variable itself lah. Okay, okay, one more question. I give you one more question here. df dx plus df dy equal to x squared minus 2y plus x. Okay, so okay, you have how many variable? You have you have f, you have x, you have y. Okay, right. So f is on the both sides, so means that f is a dependent. Okay, f is depend on x, f is depend on y. Okay, then you can see that x and y is on the downside, so x is independent, y also is independent. Okay, alright, clear? Okay, so this is how we identify dependent and independent. It's just on the location itself lah, macam di kedudukan x dengan y ataupun kedudukan variable tu kat mana. Kalau atas is a dependent lah, so it's depend on the above one. Sorry, it's depend on the down one. Okay, downside. Alright, okay. So this is how we identify the independent and also dependent. Okay, so now we back to the order. Sorry, not the classification of ODE tadi and also PDE. So okay, you can see right. Okay, back to this question lah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I give you 3 equations just now. Okay, so the first one here. the dependent is how many variable, how many dependent variable. Bukan saya tanya berapa variable yang involved. Maksudnya macam ni, kalau you tengok, mungkin akan ada yang kata X tu ada 3. Kan? Betul tak? Tak. Saya bukan nak kira berapa ada X. Saya nak tahu ada berapa independent and also dependent variable. So, kalau X tu sama, so it's considered as 1. Alright? Clear? Okay, so for the question 1, you have only 1 dependent and also only 1 independent. So, this is ODE. Okay, because the number of independent variable is only 1. Okay, you just look at or you just focus on the number of independent. Okay. Alright, so go to the question number 2 for the SDT and so on. Okay, now you already list down here. X is dependent, Y is dependent. So you just ignore it. You just focus on independent. How many independent here? You have only 1 independent. Okay, 1. Only T kat sini. Only T. Saya bukan nak tahu ada berapa T. Tak nak. Saya bukan nak tahu berapa bilangan T tu ada berapa. Bukan. Saya nak tahu berapa independent variable yang ada. So, we have only 1, which is T only. So, this also is ODE. Okay. So, now, go to the last question now. Okay, the last question here is we have F, Y, X. So, F is dependent. So, you can neglect or you ignore the dependent. You just focus on independent. So now you have X as independent and also Y as independent variable. So means that you have 2 independent variable here. This means this is a PDE equation. Okay? Clear? Clear? Because I think this is easier for you to understand it. Okay? It just know how many variable independent involved. So then you can conclude whether that question is ODE or PDE. Okay, alright. Okay, so we already covered ODE and PDE and also dependent variable, independent, and so on. So now, in the next video, I will proceed with the order. Okay, with the order. Alright.